play. That's what we did.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Welcome to the Reality OS, where Tracy Connors and I are not joined by Ali Alexander today because he was having an internet problem, and he'll be with us tomorrow. How you doing, Tracy?
I'm doing well, Peter. How about you?
Well, I'm a little out of sorts just because we were going to talk about BitClout and crypto stuff, and we were all ready to do that, and then the internet just kind of took him away from us. So it's kind of like getting canceled, I suppose.
Yes.
And
Worse than that. Because when you get canceled, you can at least go to other places on the internet. Like Ali has reinvented himself now as the guru of BitClout or something. I can't even remember what he's calling himself, but that's why I was interested to talk to him about it.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to find out what BitClout is and how it works, and I have a bunch of thoughts about it because, you know, Max Kaiser and I worked on the Hollywood Stock Exchange in 1997, and a lot of the things that I think that they're doing with BitClout kind of map to that HSX kind of mentality, and so I wanted to talk about that. But I guess we'll have to wait until tomorrow to do that.
Do you think Max has anything to do with BitClout?
No, I don't think so. I think he's so high on his Bitcoin.
Well, you need to use Bitcoin to buy BitClout. It's the only way you can buy it.
Well, does Max Kaiser have a coin on BitClout? Because
I don't know.
I would expect that if Max Kaiser was involved in BitClout, he would have a higher value than Elon Musk because he has so much Bitcoin that he would just be able to
buy it all up.
he would be a whale. He would be a market maker in the BitClout universe. So there's that.
Yes.
So what else?
Well, I asked you, what have you been up to since we last talked? What have you learned? What have you done?
What have I done? Well, Tin Horn Flats did a post yesterday that I was trying to get them some media on. I sent it out to a bunch of people.
And Tin Horn Flats, for those who don't remember.
Tin Horn Flats is a bar in Burbank that the city of Burbank that refused to shut down during the pandemic, and the city of Burbank has shut down their water, has shut down their electricity. Yesterday they kept sending the fire marshals in, and the fire marshal they started running a generator, and the police or the marshals came and locked their doors up, and then the Burbank Fire Department cited the marshals or the LA County sheriffs for causing a fire hazard, which is based as hell.
Yeah.
And then the building inspectors, so the fire marshals wouldn't play ball with the LA County sheriffs, so they sent in the building inspectors, and the building inspectors told them that it was illegal for them to operate the business because the exit signs were not lit, and the exit signs were not lit because they had turned off the power and they were running the place off of a generator. So they're threatening to send the police and arrest people today. It's interesting because they say they will not comply. I'll share this Instagram post from a few minutes ago, and there it is, Tin Horn Flats, and there it is. So starting 5 minutes ago, they're having a protest in Burbank. So if we're not going to do this show with Ali, I might just head over to Burbank and see what the heck is going on over there. Take some
And you
pictures.
can live stream it on Periscope.
No, I can't. I could live stream it on Twitter if I had Verizon. AT&T doesn't work over there for me, right in that Tin Horn Flats area. I was trying to live stream when I was there last week.
Ron's watching us on Periscope somehow.
See,
Interesting.
Tracy and I couldn't get onto Periscope a few minutes ago, Ron. So.
Be prepared to join us on another platform.
So this will be our farewell to Periscope. Sniff.
And I was so excited to have Ali on Periscope because I'm like, no, they can't throw us off for having him on.
Yeah, me too. It was really. I thought it would be the major troll, but
yeah, it would have been.
What are you gonna do? So other than that, Tin Horn Flats, and I don't know. I've just been looking at
Ali will be, for those just tuning in, Ali had internet issues, so he'll be joining us tomorrow. We'll be live at the same time, 5 p.m. Eastern, tomorrow with Ali.
Indeed.
So if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you won't miss it.
That's right. And we're also on D Live and Twitch or wherever you want to follow us.
Facebook.
We're there.
Oh, he's watching it on Twitter. Interesting. Okay.
I can't get on Periscope either. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's still, it must be, they pushed it right to Twitter Live instead. Interesting.
That means that we don't need new stream keys.
Potentially. We'll have to try it tomorrow and see what happens.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. We have legacy stream keys because I couldn't figure out a way to get that studio.twitter.com thing to work for myself. So,
all right. So anybody who's in LA should head over to Tin Horn Flats.
That's right. It's in Burbank on Magnolia, the street of which the movie was made.
Oh, interesting.
And I still haven't watched that whole movie because it's so long.
I really like that movie.
Yeah, I own it. And I think I'm about 45 minutes into it, and it's supposed to get better, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's just interesting. It's all these kind of synchronicities and how these people's lives interact. I mean, the opening sequence is awesome with the guy that he falls out the window or jumps out the window and then ends up bouncing off of an awning and into a trash can and being okay.
I don't remember, but I do own the movie, so I'll go watch it.
It's really good. Well, here's something. So I haven't watched this yet. Deborah says she saw the new HBO series on the origin of Q. Everyone was identified by name except a man that looked like Ali in disguise. Interesting.
Everyone. Okay, so I want to know who everyone is.
Everyone that went on camera, my guess is. So my understanding is that they're trying to say that Q is the son of the guy that created 4chan. And maybe the dad was in on it too.
Okay. Well, you know that I think that 4chan is just a Intel operation. So
yes, I know.
That whatever.
You think everything's an Intel operation or a money launder?
Well, that's what makes the world go round.
Of course, of course. Well, I'm interested to ask Ali because I've been listening in on some of his Clubhouse chats. So if anybody's missing Ali's presence, he's on Clubhouse probably 22 hours a day, talking, hosting really interesting, great rooms, and he's been all about the bit clout. And so today he was hosting a room where he was asking haters to come forward with their objections, and somebody said money laundering, and he had an answer for that. So I was like, oh, great. I'll let him and Peter fight it out.
Okay. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to hear it tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So we should just say thank you, everybody, and sorry that Ali isn't here, but we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll talk to Ali then.
Yep. And so if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss it because we won't know if Periscope's going to work tomorrow or not.
All right. Is there something else you want to talk about, Tracy, today?
I mean, I could go on a rant about the stupid e-cig stuff that went into effect.
Let's hear about that.
Well, I didn't know. So apparently you can no longer send nicotine products through the mail. The post office hasn't decided exactly whether or not it's going to allow this to go through. They haven't made their determination, but they scared the hell out of UPS and FedEx, so they won't deliver liquid nicotine.
So how are UPS and FedEx going to? So if you own a vape store, UPS and FedEx will deliver to the vape store, but UPS and FedEx will not deliver to people's houses. Okay,
it's so asinine, Peter. I can't even wrap my head around it. And the most upsetting part is I just reordered some liquid nicotine. I've been ordering from the same woman since 2012, I think. And I ordered 3 days ago, not knowing this thing went into effect 3 days ago. So I just squeaked in, but there was nothing on the website like, hey, get them while you can, because I'm not going to sell it anymore. I went to her site today and now she's selling skincare stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this?
yeah.
So I found the source to get myself just plain old nicotine, and I'm going to start becoming a nicotine mixer, because apparently you can send that through the mail.
Yeah, people don't understand what fascism looks like. This is what fascism is. I mean, I was listening to James Corbett this week. He was talking about He was reading a Council on Foreign Relations Foreign Affairs article that was supposedly penned by Joseph R. Biden in February or March 2020. There's no way that Biden wrote one word in that thing, but
he never wrote anything. He's the plagiarist, remember?
Right, but they're talking about public-private partnerships, and I was thinking public-private partnership is the new kinder, gentler fascism, right? Because what most people don't realize about fascism is they think of it as this totalitarian thing, or they think about it as, it's German and it's Hitler, or it's Italian and it's Mussolini. No, it's the government and corporations.
Yeah. It could be called corporatism. You can call it state capitalism.
Right. It's just
probably
about
a more apt description of the current Chinese situation.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
I'm serious.
No, I know you are. That's why I'm laughing.
Because they're super capital. Like, they want to make money. It's not like, oh, everybody gets the same crap, right? Which is communism. Everybody has equal stuff. No, they're like, people can have unequal things. We just want to make all the money.
Right. Well, that's the ploy they used to get you to join.
Right.
And then once you've joined, it's all like Pinocchio with the island. Remember when he meets the fox and the cat? They talk him into going to the island, where all the boys are smoking cigars and having fun, and they all turn into jackasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's going on with the whole vape world is definitely fascism, because now the FDA have been kicking around rules about what products they would allow to be FDA approved. So this whole market existed since 2009, 2010 with zero regulation. In that time period, except for that one spike maybe a year or so ago where a bunch of kids were vaping stuff that wasn't even nicotine, it was homebrewed crap that killed them. They used that as the catalyst to push this crap through. So now you have to get every product that you're going to sell FDA approved. And in order to do that, it costs you about $1 million per product. So every flavor is a different thing. So this just moved all the mom and pops right off the table. So you're going to be left with the big guys.
Right, which is the entire point. What's interesting to me is that you're not allowed to get fruit-flavored Juul pods.
Right.
But you can get fruit-flavored anything else.
Whiskey, vodka.
Okay, no, but I mean, you can get vapes. Fruit flavors for vapes are no problem unless it's a Juul pod. Mm-hmm. If it's a Juul pod, then it's illegal. So this is like so unconstitutional. This is so random and haphazard, and makes me want to be an anarchist like you, Tracy.
I know. But I mean, we kind of already lived that. I got to find people that aren't going to abide by the laws.
Well, it's time to open a vape store if they're going to make you.
Well, I can still go to the vape store down the street. I don't know where the hell they're getting their supplies, though.
From the underground vape market.
Right. So it's like, okay, I'm going to have to research how to make liquid nicotine myself. Like, I don't know how that works. Do I have to get a bunch of tobacco? I don't know. But I will do it. I got a big jug of nicotine coming. I'll make videos how to. Yes. That was the first thing that I did. I was like, okay, do it yourself. Boom. I found a source.
Why don't you just mainline it like heroin?
No, I'm tempted to use the full strength, just the nicotine, and see what happens.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I won't. I can just put it on my skin and let it absorb in. But it's the whole thing is absurd.
well, that kind of happens with jewel pods anyway, because they leak and they get on your fingers. And
I
then,
know they're a mess.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see it because there is quite a big contingent of vapors that have been watching this stuff for years. They managed to get laws overturned in California before. So now it's okay. When are you guys marching on Washington?
Well, and vapors as a contingent kind of seemed to me like like anti-vaxxers were like a fringe thing for a long time, and then now this COVID thing happens, and now like everybody's an anti-vaxxer. I went and saw my doctor the other day, and he's giving me this list of shots that I could take, and I said no, 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 and he gets down to COVID-19, and I said never, you know. And he starts giving me this mRNA thing. And, you know, his father was a doctor and my father was a doctor, and he and I are the same age. So we have like this shorthand with each other. And I said, come on, you know, this is horseshit. And he was going, no, no, really. Did you know that the yellow fever vaccine is an mRNA vaccine? And I said, yeah. And how many generational studies have they done on it?
Right. Has it always been an mRNA vaccine?
Right. Or is that just
No,
a paper?
has it? Or is that recent? Because I had to have that to go to South America.
I don't know. You can go find out. You can
I
probably
don't really want to know.
You don't want to know.
No,
are you already a zombie, Tracy?
No, I'm not going to be a zombie. I have no interest in it. And look, if I'm wrong, then I get sick someday. Maybe I'll get it. And it'll probably be like what happened to the rest of my family that got it. I'll have a headache. I might run a little fever, and I might lose my sense of smell. That sounds like a good diet. Yeah,
I guess people don't realize that when you lose your sense of smell, that your hunger goes away.
Well, and you can't taste anything. I've talked to people that have had it, and they're like, everything just tastes like water. So I'm like, why are you eating anything then? Oh, you know, I'm testing all these different fatty, disgusting things. And I'm like, that's not the way to go about it. You should use this as a time to like fill your body with all kinds of good stuff that you wouldn't normally eat because you don't like the taste of it.
Well, but maybe that's the secret thing. Instead of making everybody impotent or barren, what it does is it destroys your sense of smell, so that when you're eating the soylent that they're planning on feeding you, that you're not missing anything because everything tastes equally bad.
It could be. But I did, since we last spoke, I read Dr. Mary's Monkey, which I hadn't read before. And I'm like, we need to do a whole episode on that. And I don't think we can put that on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Don't you agree?
Yeah. Did you ever talk to Rockfin? Did they ever get back to you?
No.
No.
We've got locals, but
yeah. I see.
That's where we could put that.
We could put it on locals.
And it could go up as a podcast. Sorry, go ahead.
Addy lost his third YouTube channel today.
Why do they keep bothering with YouTube?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So you finished Dr. Mary's Monkey. Okay, we got to dig into that one because that connects so many dots. It's crazy how many dots it connects.
It is crazy. And I had just listened to Judith Very Baker on the Higher Side Chats right before I listened to that book, which is on Scribd for free. And she was on Higher Side.
Okay, I've got to go listen to that one.
It's pretty damn good.
I mean, these people are really compelling.
Yes, they are. And that story is so crazy.
It's hard to imagine you could make it up.
Yes, I would agree.
So anyway, okay. So should we keep it short today?
Yeah. See, I'm reading that book right now. Good for you. Good. Then you'll be ready for the book talk about it. But if anybody's on Scribd, which we push all the time, the audiobook is on there. And it's one that you'll be compelled to listen to. It's not one of those boring, crappy audiobooks.
No, it's a thriller.
Yeah, it really is. You're just like, oh, no way. Vape deaths had similar symptoms to severe COVID deaths, lungs destruction.
Is that true?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was people that were mixing THC with other stuff, and I can't remember what dumb chemical they were putting into their bodies. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, inhaling bad stuff messes up your lungs.
Yeah, and the people that don't understand what's in the vapes and are just mixing their own stuff. Like I won't use PG, propofol glycerin or whatever. I use vegetable glycerin because that's what they put on you. If in the war days before they had modern medicines, they would put vegetable glycerin on wounds to help heal it. So I figure that's got to be good for my lungs.
I got to tell you, if you listen to, there's a podcast with Malcolm Gladwell does a revisionist history podcast, and the name of the podcast is McDonald's Ruined My Life or something like that.
Okay.
And it's about French fries. And I didn't think you could talk for 45 minutes about French fries, but it's fascinating. It's a fascinating podcast. And he does point out in that when you raise vegetable oil to a certain temperature, it turns into acetone. And that in the reason that McDonald's and a lot of these places that have shifted from beef tallow to vegetable oil to make French fries, the reason that they've got like tile backsplashes that go all the way up to the ceiling and stuff is because the acetone actually takes the paint off the walls.
That doesn't surprise me.
In the fast food places, and that people who stand too long over the French fry vat have respiratory issues. So be careful of burning vegetable oil. It could be bad.
I'm not burning it. I'm just boiling it a little bit.
Okay. Anyway, tobacco is sacred plant.
Yes.
As many sacred things.
Yes, of course. All right. Well, we'll be back at
Tomorrow.
5 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. Peter time, 5 p.m. Tracy time.
Yeah, and some other in-between time, Ali time.
Yeah, Ali is Central, I believe.
Yeah.
So he'd be 4.
All right. Talk to you later, guys.